Hello guys, it's me, Red David Dinosaur, and today with the Crew Motorfest. Yes, the game basically got its release date today in Ubisoft Forward, and it wasn't out of the extraordinary, something that will be impressed, especially for me. Like in this point, I think I know already a lot of the Crew Motorfest, even when I'm not a beta tester. So again, it's something that accomplishes the ticks. That I'm not very picky when it comes to Ubisoft games. I have my standards very low, and I think the quality of the game that we're gonna receive is there. It's not gonna be something that is gonna explode, or it's gonna be something that is gonna be the new thing on terms of arcade games, especially racing games. So it's a nice evolution of the Crew too. That's all I had to say. But let's start first with the new releases of the cars that are gonna be in the Crew Motorfest. The first thing you saw is the Lamborghini Revuelto. The Revuelto, I think, is gonna be I think it is the first game that has the Revuelto licensing. I don't saw many games unless it's a mobile game that has the Revuelto, not even new games. So good for Ivory Tower Ubisoft to get the licensing of the Revuelto. I think it's gonna be probably something interesting, especially for people that likes a lot Lamborghinis. So they have their basically the replacement of the Aventador in September, pretty much. Also, we saw the Toyota Supra and the Acura NSX, especially the A80. A lot of people was requesting that car, and many thought that was the Toyota licensing. And only to this point and to this day, only Need for Speed and the Crew 2 don't have Toyota. So we were kind of when the game got announced, and especially when I saw a few leaks, I saw the Toyota and the Supra and the new Supra there. I saw okay, so basically now that Ivory Tower Ubisoft got the licensing of Toyota, that means Need for Speed is alone and in this really weird position that is the only game that doesn't have Toyota. So, and I'm pretty sure that until this point, having even like at this point, if you're a JDM fan and you don't have the Supra, uh, could be a deal or a break in some way. So yeah, but very happy for every Tower Ubisoft again to get in the Toyota licensing. There is again the A90, the A80 Supra, and the Tacoma that we saw there, like off-roading. Pretty interesting stuff. Also, we got the Hummer EV with racing with this really weird, obscure Volkswagen concept. I had to search it. Probably I'm gonna put it as a subtitle in the video. But I like that. I like that. As always, Ivory Tower Ubisoft, even in the Crew 2, always they put a really obscure car in their updates. They sometimes, like most of the times they do that. I remember in the USST series they put the what it was the Spiker C8 La Violette GT3R. That thing just appeared in two games back in the 2000s. It's that obscure, and and in some way the Ivory Tower Ubisoft put it in the Crew too, which it was amazing. Same with goes to the Mitsubishi FTO and many other obscure vehicles. I love that tradition that they keep just giving this trend of bringing these really odd cars, and I love that, and that they bring this really obscure Volkswagen now to Motorfest, and I hope they continue this trend. It's really nice again for car culture, especially for people that wants to know more about cars and bring a spotlight to these really obscure cars, and I'm happy for that. That's I think the most interesting thing I found on today's trailer. Again, getting this really obscure car back and giving it this spotlight is pretty nice. Overall, also we saw the Bugatti Bolide. I knew already it's gonna come, but besides that, but there is a lot of another car releases also, especially looks like Liberty Walk. If you don't know what Liberty Walk is, it's basically this Japanese manufacturer of body kits, especially from they made body kits for Lamborghini Aventadors, the Ferraris, also I think Nissan GTRs. I think there is a bunch of Liberty Walk kits that I don't know a lot about them, but it looks like Liberty Walk is gonna be in collaboration with Ivory Tower Ubisoft to make the body kits of some vehicles. I hope that also that with this collaboration we can get the body kits of the Aventador, the Nissan GTR. I don't think it's gonna be Ferrari there. Ferrari is very complicated when it comes to customization. They are very linear when it comes to their cars. They don't want you to put in like all the body kits or something unless it's licensed by Ferrari. So I don't think the Ferrari Liberty Walk is gonna be there. Um, but yeah, overall looks like again Liberty Walk being there is gonna be quite of a some it's something nice again. I'm not a big fan of them, but you and actually I quite like the style of Ivory Tower when it comes to customization. Sometimes they are out of the box with a bit of rice, but most of the times they have really cool customization, and it's not out of the box like really ugly. Like it's actually pretty respectable. But overall, that's pretty much it. But the important thing that I wanted to talk is about the car, like the same of GTA Online when they release expanded and enhanced that you were able to transfer your character. I think in the Crew 2, in the Crew Motorfest, you will be able to transfer your car collection from the Crew 2. I knew in some way that 95% of the cars from the Crew Motorfest will be ported from the Crew 2. So it will be more than obvious that you will be able to transfer your collection to Motorfest that basically uses the same cars. So I'm happy for that, especially like in personally is really good news because I have more than 500 vehicles, Summit cars, my Motor Pass cars. So even some cars that, especially the early Motor Pass cars that you had to pay to get the premium Motor Pass. Yeah, I had like there is some cars that I actually paid to get them, especially the Motor Pass cars. So I'm happy for that you are able to transfer your collection to the new game, and that you don't have to grind your ass off to basically get all the fucking cars all over again. Like maybe you have to grind, like for example for the Bugatti Bolide or the new Red Bull or for the EV Hummer or the Lamborghini Revuelto, getting parts for that. I'm I'm glad, I don't care. I will grind for parts for those vehicles, but when it comes to the current vehicles I have, that's like or the vehicles that I owned in the Crew 2, and doing again in Motorfest, it will be just a pain in the ass, and especially when it comes to Summit cars, that those are really rare, and sometimes they can be a pain in the ass to get. So it's nice to again being able to port these vehicles to Motorfest. So that's all I have to say. And yeah, that's pretty much all when it comes to the Crew 2 Motorfest. Pretty interesting. Again, I'm not like borderline like amazed or hyped. Again, I knew already when we're gonna have. I also saw like a few gameplay here and there, especially from beta testers. So again, when it comes to graphics, it's just it's slightly better the Crew 2, and that's pretty much it. Like I wouldn't say that you should go and expect that graphics from, I don't know, looking cyberpunk in some way, graphics from cyberpunk of fucking the Crew. It's not gonna be like that. It's a slightly better looking the Crew 2. And also I want to know more about the map, but that's gonna be in another day. So yeah, thank you very much. See you on the next one. Again, if you want to buy me a coffee, there is the link on the description right below to just, my PayPal if you want to collaborate further and help me a bit. But yeah, thank you very much and see you on the next one. Goodbye.